Case File: The Bikini Bottom Incident. 1990. SpongeBob was never just a cartoon. In the summer of 1999, a strange broadcast began appearing on American television. At first, it was just another animated show. Bright colors, simple humor, strange characters. Children loved it. Adults ignored it. The show was called SpongeBob SquarePants. But within a few years, something unusual began to happen. Not on the screen, but in the behavior of those who watched it. The first concerns came from parents. They described small but disturbing changes. Children who watched the show for long periods began to laugh at inappropriate moments, repeat phrases without context, show emotional detachment, stare at the screen even when it was turned off. At first, these were dismissed as normal behavior, just children mimicking a cartoon. But the reports became more specific. Some children began describing the same thing. A place, not the cartoon version. A darker one, they called it. The real Bikini Bottom. The location. In the show, Bikini Bottom is a fictional underwater city. But the name itself was not invented. It came from a real location, Bikini Atoll, a site used for nuclear testing between 1946 and 1958. More than 20 nuclear detonations occurred there. Entire ecosystems were destroyed. Radiation levels remained dangerous for decades, and yet the show chose that exact name. Researchers later questioned this decision. Why base a children's cartoon on a real nuclear test site? One theory suggested the show was not entirely fictional, but symbolic, a distorted reflection of something real. According to this theory, the characters were not just random creations. They were mutated life forms, created by prolonged exposure to radiation. Each character displayed exaggerated behavior, almost unnatural. One investigator wrote, "If these creatures existed, they would not behave normally." SpongeBob. The main subject of the investigation was SpongeBob SquarePants, described as cheerful, energetic, always smiling. But researchers noticed something disturbing. His emotional reactions were not consistent. He showed excessive happiness without cause, sudden emotional breakdowns, uncontrollable laughter, extreme dependency on routine. One psychologist described it as artificial positivity, as if the character was forcing happiness, rather than feeling it. The laughter. One of the most repeated elements in the show is laughter. But audio analysis revealed something unusual. In several episodes, background laughter continued. Longer than necessary, slightly distorted, layered in unnatural ways. Some sound engineers suggested the laughter was edited improperly, but others disagreed. They believed it was intentional. One report stated, "The laughter feels less like a response and more like a command." Squidward, Another subject of interest was Squidward tentacles. Unlike the others, Squidward showed emotional exhaustion, dissatisfaction, isolation, awareness of his surroundings. He did not behave like the rest. Some researchers suggested something unsettling. What if Squidward was the only one reacting normally, and everyone else was not? The Krusty Krab. The restaurant featured in the show, the Krusty Krab, was also examined. Owned by Mr. Krabs, the business appeared simple. Fast food, repetitive work, constant demand. But investigators noticed a pattern. Endless labor, no progression, no escape. One researcher described it as a loop, a system where the characters repeat the same actions indefinitely, without awareness. The visual anomalies. Several viewers reported unusual visual moments. Single frames that appeared different, distorted faces, sudden silence, backgrounds that didn't match the scene. Most people never noticed them, but those who paused at the right moment saw something else. A version of the characters that did not belong in a children's show. The final theory. Some researchers concluded that SpongeBob was not just entertainment, but something else. A representation of what happens when an environment is altered beyond recognition, when life adapts but does not remain the same. The characters were not living normally. They were existing inside a system they could not leave. Conclusion. Most people remember SpongeBob as a harmless cartoon, a childhood memory, something simple, something safe. But the archived discussions suggest another possibility. What if Bikini Bottom was never just a setting? What if it was a warning? Because sometimes the brightest worlds hide the darkest truths. And sometimes the ones who smile the most are the ones who understand it the least.